It's time to seek righteousness and expose evil. What's a good Baptist preacher like Martin Luther King Jr. and Planned Parenthood got to do with one another? Right out the gate, Dr. Martin Luther King was not a believer. He denied the virgin birth, and he also denied the deity of Christ. King was actually exposed by the National Baptist Convention before he was ever even platformed. He was excommunicated from the Baptist Church, and violence broke out, and it went haywire. Things got so out of control that Mr. A.J. Wright of Detroit was knocked from the stage, and he was actually killed. Does that sound like a Baptist preacher to you? Oh, just hold on to your seats, because the hits keep coming. Now, this is Margaret Sanger, Dr. Death. This woman has more bodies than any other human being possibly ever created. She's the epitome of evil. You can line up Hitler, Stalin, and Mao. They're just cupcakes to this lady right here. Miss Sanger's a known racist. The Nazis beloved her. She believed that black people were weeds and needed to be contained. I know what you're saying. Martin Luther King would never have something to do with a racist. But actually, in 1966, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was the recipient of the first Margaret Sanger Award. You see, Dr. King believed that we were overpopulated and we needed to weed people out. Don't believe me? Well, here's a quote from him from one of his speeches. Unlike plagues of the Dark Ages or contemporary diseases we do not yet understand, the modern plague of overpopulation is solvable by means we have discovered and with resources we possess. What resources could Dr. King be talking about? The dreaded A word, abortion. So the good Dr. King and Miss Sanger went ahead and started the Negro Project. Conceptualized by birth control activist Margaret Sanger and implemented by the Birth Control Federation of America, was an initiative to spread awareness of contraception to lower poverty rates in the South. So Dr. King and his constituents helped Miss Sanger set up abortion clinics in ghettos all throughout the United States. These are hard truths. The population of the black community in 1972 was 15%, between 13 and 15%. The population today is still at that amount. Why is that? We can blame the good Dr. Martin Luther King and Dr. Death herself, Miss Margaret Sanger.